Hey, friends! Christmas time is on its way, and I have some Christmas movies to share with you again this year. First up, we're talking about Jingle All the Way from 1996, starring action hero Arnold Schwarzenegger. Our story goes like this. Howard Langston is an affluent, hard-working guy who suddenly realizes that because he's always at the office, he's becoming estranged from his family. He decides to try and make things up to his son by getting the kid the toy of his dreams for Christmas. What the kid wants more than anything else is the hottest toy around, a Turbo Man action figure. Howard thinks this is an easy win, but it turns out the toy is hard to get and very rare, and he's put it off too long. So, sort of a Tickle Me Elmo type of thing. Remember, this was made in the days before eBay and Amazon, so Howard finds he has to scramble to get a copy of the toy. Meanwhile, this postman also wants to get one of the Turbo Man figures for his kid, and they wind up in a running madcap contest as they constantly one-up each other in their quest to get one of these action figures. As he gets more desperate, Howard even tries getting a Turbo Man from some shady black market Santas. It all winds up with a real-life superhero battle as Howard and the Postman don super costumes and go head-to-head for an ultra-rare edition of the Turbo Man figure. Meanwhile, this wolf who lives next door is trying to mac on Howard's wife. Can Howard save the day? Will the kid get a Turbo Man toy? And can the magic of Christmas bring Howard and his family back together? In our cast, we have Arnold, of course, poking fun at himself. He's obviously having fun sending up his action hero persona. Sinbad plays the competitor dad, the postman, and he's just incredible in this. He ad-libbed a lot of his lines, and Arnie ad-libbed a lot of his responses. They're totally fun, both as adversaries and when they're forced to work together. Phil Hartman is here as the conniving ladies' man next door. God, I miss Phil Hartman. Don't you miss Phil Hartman? Man. Robert Conrad plays a tough cop Howard keeps running afoul of. Phil Morris from the 1980s Mission Impossible series appears as a newscaster. Always nice to see him. And it doesn't end there. Jim Belushi plays a mall Santa. Harvey Korman plays the president, and Lorraine Newman from Saturday Night Live plays the First Lady. Richard Mall plays Dementor. Mini-Me appears as one of the crooked Santas. And to top it all off, Jake Lloyd plays Howard's kid. That's right, Anakin Skywalker from Phantom Menace. He's here. The movie constantly one-ups itself, and it's a joy. The movie accurately sends up the madness of Christmas commercialism. I saw this at the theater when it came out and loved it. I've seen it a few times since and screened it again for this review, and still, I was laughing the whole time. It's not Citizen Kane or anything, but man, is it fun. There's a clip at the very end of the credits that was supposed to set up a sequel that never happened. So it's more of a fun gag to end the movie on. Now, you may not know it, but while there wasn't a sequel with Arnold, there was actually a sequel to this movie. Sort of. Mostly not. But still, kinda. Mostly not, though. Jingle All the Way 2 stars Larry the Cable Guy and no one else you've ever heard of, probably. It seems to be a direct-to-video thing. Here, Larry is divorced from his wife, and she's married to a rich executive guy that runs a company. All three are on good terms, apparently. Larry wants to get a special toy for his daughter, but the stepdad can buy her all sorts of stuff. So what can a poor schlub like Larry do? She wants a hot rare toy, a stuffed toy called Harrison Bear. In a way, Larry and the stepdad have the same problem. They both love the little girl and want to be the best dad by giving her this Harrison Bear she wants. And they both see each other as the better dad, so they have to compete. It's missing the level of zaniness it needs, and it never transcends to a higher level. The movie plays it safe the whole time. The madcap rivalry between two dads vying for a rare toy just isn't here. Lots of things don't add up or make sense, like the wife here. Why was she ever married to Larry? She's educated, she obviously has more refined tastes. She comes off like one of those chicks from a Hallmark Channel Christmas movie. She marries this prissy guy, but he has lots of money, so yeah, she can live the lifestyle she wants. And it's true, the ladies like guys with the money. But Larry can't see it. In fact, several attractive chicks here seem drawn to Larry. The only reason I can think of why that is that he's the star of this thing, so they wrote it that way. We see Larry conniving to get a bear via lottery tickets and other means that cost money. In one case, $500. And where'd he get $500? Or all of the money he's pissing away throughout the movie? What does he even do for a living? He lives in a trailer and looks out of work. His whole problem is that he's supposed to be poor and can't buy all of the things the stepdad can buy, including a Harrison Bear, and yet he's tossing around a lot of money. And this teddy bear isn't exactly rare, like, at all. Sure, when Larry goes to find one, they're out of stock, but there seem to be a lot of these Harrison Bears available in other stores and through other venues, and more come in stock at various points in the movie. That doesn't happen with a truly rare toy like a Tickle Me Elmo or an atomic purple Game Boy. Remember those? In fact, we see the stepdad security guy buying up a whole van full of Harrisons and storing hundreds of these things in a warehouse. So how's the toy rare? So what works here? Well, I like the kid. Kennedy Clements is really pretty good, and her interactions with Larry are good. In fact, her interactions with the entire cast are good. Larry, the mom, the stepdad, Larry's dopey friend, pretty much anyone she interacts with. The balance of the cast is okay too. The movie is lightweight, and there are a few fun moments in it. There's nothing objectionable, but also nothing particularly memorable about Jingle All the Way 2. If they'd called the movie something else, it would have been fine. Another Larry the Cable Guy movie, okay. But calling this Jingle All the Way 2 is just a cynical cash grab, and an obvious one. It has nothing to do with the original story or characters, and none of the original creative team is behind this. They just took the name and lifted the plot element of a kid wanting a rare toy the dad has to get. The movie is okay, though. Not great, not a patch on the original, but it's amiable enough. Again, the movie plays it safe and comes off feeling like a Hallmark Channel Christmas movie. Something made for TV. But that's not always a deal breaker. If you like Larry the Cable Guy's humor, it's okay. And the kid is good. I'd give this 2 paws. It's watchable, anyway. If there's nothing else on. Your best bet is to go for the real thing, though, this Christmas. The original Jingle All the Way from 1996 is a lot of fun. Easily 2 3/4 paws. You take care of yourselves, and I'll be back with more Christmas action. And I'll see you in the next one.